speaker. Everyone on this call should know him, I think. If you don't know him, oh, we're gonna let a couple people in case they are. Annu Singleton is an athlete from Baltimore City. He, in his sporting career, he has done 17 sports, I believe, right? Annu, and you may have seen him most recently in his starring role in Jersey Mike's, as they had a day of giving today, and Annu was on at least a couple of the commercials and on social media as well. Annu was also one of the first athletes to become part of the athlete leadership program, so we're very proud of his progress. Annu, why don't you take it away?
Greetings. Thanks for having me on here. Tonight, I want to tell you how my coaches teach me sports lessons for my everyday life. One of them is when you lose, don't lose the lesson. And remember the hard work you did and know that it's okay not to be perfect. The last year at state games, I won a silver medal for my hard work in our cheerleading competition. At first, I was upset that I did not get gold, and my coach knows I was upset and remind me of the lesson that we can't win all the time. Although I worked really hard and did a great job, so did the other team. So even if I lost and came in second place, I gave it my best shot. That's all that matters. If I was upset about winning second place, how did the team that came in third place feel? From this, I've learned a lesson to uphold a positive attitude and to be grateful for my accomplishments. Another one is never give up. Practice your sports and your skills, regardless of what sport you're doing. And no matter if you're playing individual or with a team, traditional or unified, my coach always tells us to go out there and play our hardest. I've always tried my best to set that example and as best as I can for my teammates. The Special Olympics has taught me a lot about life and how to help other people. It's taught me to be a role model. Through the Special Olympics, I am able to help people with less experience in sports than me learn the skills. And I'm able to showcase a great attitude that they can replicate. My coach always tells us to exercise outside of our practice or outside the sporting season. And my coach's advice has been helpful throughout the years. I wanted to stay active and in shape, so no matter if I'm outside or inside, I always work out and exercise. Without these sports lessons, how can we be better people in our everyday lives? For instance, my coach always says when we lose a game, we don't have our heads down in disappointment. We have to be positive, that we try our hardest and say great game to our opponents. Also, is when it's not whenever you get knocked down. It's whenever you get back up and trust yourself that you can do it and get it. Those are the kind of motivational advice and sports lessons that help me through every single day. If I was an assistant coach, I would say the same thing to my teammates. Sometimes we might forget these lessons, so we have to be reminded time and time again, so that way we can be better, do better. And also my coach says to stay hydrated by drinking plenty of water. Eat a healthy snack like Greek yogurt and carrot sticks, or a little lunch like a salad or apple slices when you're exercising or doing your skills. Because if you don't eat or drink right, you won't be able to stay active, not just in sports, but in our everyday lives in our community. Like when we go to work or go to school. Another lesson that my coach always tells us is that we can't show off tantrum or drama in our qualifiers or state championships. Sometimes we sometimes we win some, sometimes we lose some. And sometimes I've seen some of my fellow athletes get mad, showing off negativity, not just towards their opponents, but to their teammates. And they keep saying, I don't want to do this anymore because it's so hard, or I want to be on a higher level team and all that. I keep telling them that I always tell them that time and time again that our coaches put us in these specific teams based on the level of our skills. They don't give us special treatment. That's not how life works. The Special Olympics has taught me to have honor and dignity. It's taught me to hold my head high in public and to keep myself calm. Another thing is that no one is making us do these sports. We chose to do these sports on our own free will. If they make us or force us to do these sports or come to these practices, then we will not have a good time. This is a decision we have to make our own. I choose to do these sports because I want to learn new things and new strategies. Time and time again, uh, uh, all right, time and time again, we have we have learned so much on our progress through force and determination. Two things people should know about. We're to be positive in our games, no matter what the outcome is. What keeps me motivated is the support of my family and friends. Because without their support, I wouldn't have gotten this far in my years as an athlete and a leader. Another thing that I've learned from my coaches is that it's not always about winning or losing. It's about improving your stamina and abilities. Be consistent and don't expect results to come immediately. Push your limits, train your brain, pay attention to what your body is telling you. Never say never, because limits like fears are often just illusions. Part of my job is to be a good teammate to my fellow athletes by encouraging them to have fun and be at their hardest in their sporting events. Some of the things I can do as a good teammate is to encourage open communication. Tell them to do what you can and when you can. Spend time to fine-tuning your coordination and keep reminding them about their love for the sport. And yeah, that's how we can be better at our events. Another thing is sports teaches us that everything can everyone can play a sport that they love, and no one needs to feel left out. One last thing before I finish this. Another thing is that I've learned is that it's not just the athletes make mistakes. Even our coaches make mistakes sometimes. And we learn from our mistakes so that we can do a lot better in our next games. Because it's like I said, like nobody is perfect in this world of ours. Well, that's all I have to say right here. I just want to say thanks so much for letting me have the chance to speak tonight. Before I close this up, I want to say some final words of wisdom for all of y'all to help y'all in your future events. Remember from what I said earlier, don't lose this lesson. Think of the hard work you and your teammates have done in your games. Remember part of our athlete oath. Be brave in the attempt. And remember these words, never give up. That is my speech tonight. So once again, thank you all so much.